Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a new episode of El Koki Otaku. Today, my special guest with so many lovely characters, which I'm so excited to talk about, such as Shinobu, Uzuki, in Tuning the Midnight Heart, Monika, Kani, Kaniyashiki, which I practiced before.
Monika
Kaniyashiki.
Kaniyashiki. It's hard. It's hard every time.
I practiced it right before here, and I screwed it up anyway. With My Hero Academia, Vigilantes. Okay, it's so hard to me. I keep my Spanish accent. Vigilantes on season 2. Lena, Floria in Bogus skills. About that time, I became able to eat unlimited number of skill fruits, and Sylvie in the beginning after the end. And so many lovely characters which are growing more and more. So today we welcome Kayla Temshiv. Kayla, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's so wonderful to be here and get to talk about all of my characters that I've played. They're so lovely, and I've been so lucky to get to play them.
I wrote on my notes to make this question before the recording, and I didn't do it. Is Kyla or Kayla?
Kayla.
I knew it. That was good.
That's-
So
yeah, I think that's what you said. We're good.
I said it, but I was so nervous, and I had it in my notes, and I'm like, okay. And when I'm about to say the name, I'm like, question that I didn't do is there. Why is there? Anyway,
You're all good. You got Temshiv right, and that's the hard one.
probably might not happen again. Kayla, so Crunchyroll season winter 2026, a big season with so many big series being dubbed. How you feeling so far being involved in this, being active in this new season?
So lucky. Really, it's just so grateful and lucky. Man, you try really hard not to get attached to stuff when you find out about it. And like Tune Into the Midnight Heart, I'd heard about and I read a little and I was like, oh no, it's so good. I like can't get invested in this because I won't book it. And I just felt so lucky to actually get to work on it. And it's a dream come true working on these shows. And yeah, Monika is such an insane gift. There's no acting involved. They're like, hey, just be weird. And I'm like, okay, yeah, works for me. And she's a legend.
I mean, all legends right now so far. So let's kick it off with that. With my favorite series, I remember the last time I got so attached to a series. This one had me on the edge of my on my seat. Is talking about tuning the midnight heart, finding the girl behind the voice with Shinobu Uzuki. Holy cow! Holy cow! Holy cow! Okay, big series, big animation, big English dub cast.
It's an insane cast.
All legends.
Yeah.
So
And
far. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's incredible. I'm working with some of like people that I admire greatly, that are leads in some of my favorite franchises. And it's like, oh, cool. Now we're in a show together, and I hear their voices, every week. It's awesome.
For those who haven't seen yet this series, which I feel like it came a little bit under the radar because I had to confess I didn't knew it was coming. So literally, I see the title. The first thing crossed my mind is voice acting. I'm like, wait, series about voice acting? It's dub. Finally, it's dub. So for those who haven't seen yet, how do you describe this beautiful piece of art?
Okay, so the way I've been pitching it to people is there's this guy, Arisu Yamabuki, who's a very good boy, comes from a family of perfectionists, and he gets really into this like podcasty radio show situation hosted by this one girl who uses a fake name, Apollo. And then one day she just stops streaming. He's been like her only listener, and he decides that he's going to use the information that he learned about her to track her down in real life, which crazy off the bat, red flags everywhere. But he narrows it down and finds out what high school she's at. And then on his first day there, narrows it down to 4 girls. So he is trying to figure out, because he is a perfectionist, he's great at this, which one of these 4 girls is the one that he's been listening to on the secret radio show like 3 years ago. And I voiced Shinobu Uzuki, the student council vice president, and one of the 4 girls who could potentially be Apollo.
For those who hear it for the first time, guys, what Arisu Yamabuki did until this point, don't do it. Don't do it.
Crazy.
Don't tag nobody. Don't go crazy. Don't go to the high school. It's beautiful on the TV. Don't not recommend it. Otherwise, you the police behind you. You're going to be on social media. You might be on all news a stalker.
Oh yeah.
Guys.
No, he's nuts. I love him.
Now, from now on, you guys can do or mimic what he does after all those kind of red flags.
Yes.
So, oh my god, like you mentioned, voice acting, romance, which I thought would be more a little bit of like there's so many anime already published rom-com, and this one for some reason it hit different. Not only the animation, the story of the 4 girls is not the same cliche of the 4 girls in love. It's way different approach to each character. All have a different personality, and Shinobu, which your character. By the way, guys, we're going today with medium high spoiler because we are by this point by the time we release this episode, it might be already released or close to it. So we're going to go medium spicy.
Medium spoilers.
Spoilers. So, how do you describe that personality of Shinobu? Because we have 4 girls. Well, one is very shy, very introvert. Other one is kind of more extrovert, but she's like smooth and passive aggressive when she has to go. And the other one is like all extrovert, but not too many critical analysis before acting. So how do you describe Shinobu?
Yeah. Oh, she's the best, and I love her. Shinobu is. She's a lot of the stuff that I was in high school, except she managed to make it work for her socially. She's you know, she's so deeply insecure, but she does a really good job of masking it. And she is so kind, and she's always trying to help everyone all the time, and will let herself fall on the back burner in order to do that. And you get to see throughout the series times where she really goes for the things that she wants. And it's really hard for her to do that because she wants to put her 3 best friends above her and ahead of her, and she finds that like in her pursuit of Arisu, she won't let herself fall behind, which is really cute. But yeah, you've got Iko, who's the assertive shy girl, Rika, who's all cool and calm and flirty, Nene, who's like your total tsundere type, who hates you but she doesn't, and then Shinobu, who's like projecting being this perfect girl, but on the inside she's got all this stuff going on, and they're all best friends,
which make it more complicated. Which, by the way, this series for me it is a complete anime series because opening sequence. I'm a big fan of opening sequence, especially for the music and animation. Opening and closing sequence. Holy cow! They don't spoil what's going on. However, when you see the opening, it's so exciting, very animated. You don't know exactly where it's going, but when you watch the closing sequence, I don't know if it's happening to you, but every time I see it, I get just so lost in watching it because for me, I'm looking like the morning of a disaster to happen. Like here somebody there will be a lot of break hearts, but everybody going to smile, and I'm like, damn, that sequence.
and all the songs, like the outro is so beautiful, and yeah, it's a joy. I just recorded an episode that'll be out by the time this drops, and it ends with Shinobu, and it's like, you say this beautiful thing or whatever, and then it's like da na 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 na, it plays the outro music, and I'm like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry real human tears. But it's so beautiful, and it's such a gift too, because the manga itself isn't finished, so we don't know who Apollo is. So we're all just watching it and being like, I don't know, that looks suspicious. That outro makes it look like this, but the intro makes it look like this.
Mixed feeling because that means we will not know yet who is Apollo. But at the same time, I want more tea. This tea is good at all. So,
Mhm.
but- okay, this series have a lot of special moments of emotion. Even myself, there was times that I couldn't wait it for the dub episode, and I had to watch the sub ahead of time, and then I watch again the dub.
Yeah.
Which will be one of those moments that first cross your mind that really keeps you like jumping, like, oh my god, it's happening! Oh my god, what was this?
So, I was really excited for Shinobu's first like focused episode. When she like admits there's this beautiful scene, and she's like, "Yeah, I mean, I want everyone to think I have it together," and Yamabuki just takes it, the wrong way in his benevolent mind, where he's just like, "So you want everyone to think you're perfect? I understand," and which is like kind of correct, but when you find out that she's got a lot going on under the surface, I was really excited to record that scene. Um, Another scene that made me like reading the manga, I think I texted or Discord messaged Abigail, who voices Rika, um, when all of them are doing like her little rooftop concert. I was like, they're all best friends. They all they really, really love each other. And regardless of the romance aspect of it all, seeing these four girls really support each other through insane career goals. And then episode 10, which hasn't, as of right now, speaking, the dub hasn't come out yet. But by the time this airs, the dub will be out. Has a lot of really special moments for me that I was really looking forward to. And I'm so glad I got to actually do them.
Your character I have to confess, Shinobu, it really took me by surprise. And your character have a lot of lines that really had me jumping. For example, there's a line that I got so enjoyed when she say, "I'm so sorry I lied to you." I'm like,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
this? I jump. Like, oh my god, the tea is getting better. It's almost a beer. This tea.
Yeah. She likes to just say stuff and not explain it. And it's so suspicious. But yeah, especially that scene in, I believe it's episode 6, when they're at Lemon's house. Yeah, she's like, "I lied to you," and like doesn't get the chance to say what she lied about.
And that before the episode, that's the one that really had me watching it in sub, because before closing episode 5, Apollo speak to Arisu directly.
Yeah.
And Apollo is about to open the door and roll credits, and they're like,
Yep. And that's another one of my favorite moments that I was so excited for, is that actual confession where Shinobu's doing Apollo's confession and does the like, "Arisu, I love you," and I'm like, it's such a big moment for her, for Arisu, for Apollo, question mark. That whole episode is crazy. I was just so excited to get to work on it. But yeah, and then we get actual Apollo. She's there.
okay, I'm not going to jump into high spoilers, but so before we move on, I need to ask, which one from these 4 girls, which one do you think is Apollo, and which one do you would like to be Apollo? Because it's so hard to choose only one. Right now, I think everybody's like, I want to be this one, but I feel like it's this one.
Unfortunately, my answer is the same. I think it's Shinobu. I want it to be Shinobu. I'm so biased. I'm so unbelievably biased. On my first read of the manga, before I found out I was doing it, I was like, I think it's Rika. And then I went back and read it more, looking specifically at Shinobu, and I was like, nah, she's so suspicious. She's so shady. So I really want it to be her. I think it is her. But if it's not her, it's definitely Rika.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I thought the same at the beginning, like it had to be Rika, But then my wife telling me, even the most obvious character, it never is that character. So I'm like, damn it, she's so right. And at the same time, at one point, it was not Shinobu. And I'm like, no, I cannot be Shinobu until we go to that episode. Like, has to be him.
Yeah, it's like it has to be, but also
It's too early. I'm like, if
Yeah.
we a call, like I'm calling already the winner of the race when we just barely in laps number 5 of
Yeah.
50.
And she really hides out for those first 3 episodes, which is like her whole thing is she wants to let her friends shine. And she's just so supportive. And for the first 3, she's like, I'm gonna play the background part. And she's like, oh, this is how Nene functions. And like, oh, this is what Rika does. And like, oh, obviously this is how Iko is. I'm gonna help her out. And it's not until episode 4 you see like, oh man, she has a rich inner world. Stuff's going on for Shinobu. And I love her so much. I'm so biased and so attached.
I'm here with you. So into this series that I just made it back last night from California. It was like midnight, destroy, and I like before I go to sleep, let me go sit down, play the episode. Now I can go to sleep.
Yes. Oh,
But-
I'm like knee deep in the Reddit forums. I'm like the second the new chapters get released, I'm reading them. I'm like on the edge of my seat 24/7 for this show. It's really fun. I hope we get 1,000 seasons and we can adapt all of it.
I'm not a manga reader. Only I read manga for those anime that really catch me, especially drama.
Mm.
This one I might have to read it. I
The
might
manga's-
read it.
It's beautiful. It is
Okay, I will.
beautiful.
Read it.
Yeah, I own once I found out, I recorded my first session and I went and tracked down and bought like the first 5 copies. I had the first copy, the first volume of the manga, which I picked out before. I was like, I'm gonna buy it. I'm not gonna book it. I'm gonna be so sad. But like, I already love it and I want to read it. And worst case scenario, I have a physical copy of a manga I really like. And then once I booked it, I grabbed the next 4 copies. I was like, okay, we're building a collection. We're going.
Off stage later, we're going to chat where I can find those hard copies because I'm a big fan of reading physical copy, not digital.
Yeah. It should. I mean, I got them from my local like manga Kinokuniya manga store.
Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted to confirm, which is 3 hours from me. But I might drive from there for that.
Yeah, there are other places I'm sure that have it, and as it grows in popularity, there will be more. I think you can get them online, but yeah, I was like, oh no, I guess I have to stop by my like favorite store. Oops.
And then I stopped to 85 Degree Bakery, and then I stopped to Bogus on the way back. So yeah, that's why I like to
Yep.
go.
It's a nice little area. Big fan.
And talking about food, because I started speaking about coffee and coffee shop. Your new character right now active in My Hero Academia, Vigilantes, season 2, Monika. Monika,
Kaniyashiki. Yeah.
okay. Well, I think this series came in the right moment. We, after many years, we wrap it up finally, have a full wrap up of My Hero Academia, the
Yeah.
original series. At the same time, when we were about to close the story of My Hero Academia, Vigilantes came to the fight. For those
Yeah.
having still give their chance to see what Vigilante is about. How do you describe this series?
Vigilantes, it takes place 5 years prior to My Hero. I recommend it if you're the kind of person, like I'm this kind of person, when I love a series, I want to consume everything like tangentially related to it. And they delve into some of the beloved characters in My Hero that aren't in Class 1A, so they don't get a ton of time. I mean, Aizawa's in Class 1A, but we get a lot of time with Aizawa. We get some time with Fat Gum, who's the GOAT. I love him so much. And we get a little bit of time with like Midnight, a little bit of time with All Might prior to the events of the series. It's a really good way to learn more about the world. But then also you get to see like not everyone gets to go to hero school and be a hero. Like there are other people with abilities. And I mean, Koichi, sweet baby boy, likes to just help people any way he can. He has this big Spider-Man energy where he's like, I pick up litter with my superpower and I help people find directions and I do everything I can to be a hero in my own way. And then there's a Pop Step who's wonderful, who's like, I use mine to add a little bit of sparkle to my glowing idol career. And you see like Monika works in the police force and is not supposed to use her quirk, but does it anyway, and is like, I will beg for forgiveness later. It's super professional. But yeah, you just get a bigger glimpse into the world. And it has this really beautiful like comic book style, which is the animation is gorgeous. I love it so much.
And by the way, since day one of this video podcast, I keep saying My Hero Academia is the equivalent of Marvel Universe. They feel like it's better.
Yeah.
Well, this one is more complete. It goes beyond that. Marvel, I feel like kind of lost right now. I don't know even I lost track of the movie. Sorry, guys. Marvel dropped the ball on my side. I saw a new trailer of Spider-Man, so that one looks good. Finally,
I will love any Spider-Man movie forever. And I'm a big Marvel fan too. So when I got into My Hero, like my partner Justin Parsons, who also acts, he showed me My Hero in college when we first started dating, and it was one of the things that got me back into anime. And I was coming out of my like Marvel superhero phase, so it timed out pretty well. But yeah, there is an extended, I guess, My Hero Academia cinematic universe now. And I encourage you to check it out if you miss My Hero now that the show's over.
yep. And also we learn so much about the society outside the. We're learning about how the real world in the universe of My Hero Academia roll out. And in your case with Monika, she's so high. How did you handle being this character, being high, but she's police, but she has like she's involved with food change, with their superpower.
The
So
goat. Yeah, her snip clip. I read so much of the manga when I knew the first season was coming out, and it didn't book it and was sad, but I was like, I'm so new. It's okay. It'd be like that sometimes. I can watch it. I can be a fan. And then I got the email out of the blue, was like, can you read for Kaniyashiki like these days? And I was like, I know that name. And I went back and I looked at it. I was like, oh my God, she's the crab girl. So I went back, I picked it up, I kept reading. And I was like, oh, cool, she's nuts. Which is awesome. And then I got into the studio, and Manny, who I'd worked with on Omnio Chitin, was like, hey, we got you in for My Hero today. I was like, yeah. He's like, she's weird, just be weird. And I was like, awesome. And my first session was with Aaron Campbell, who I'd worked with on Bogus Fruitmaster, and I think on some other stuff. He was like, oh, she's just you. I was like, thanks, man. But he's absolutely correct. She's just doing a bit. She's making a joke all the time. She's like so bubbly and high energy, and she's friendly, but she's like a little weird, and it just like kind of allows her to be places she maybe shouldn't be. And yeah, it was a joy, because I was always like, I'd do a take and I'd be like, hey, can I do that weirder? And they were like, yeah. So I was like, hey, can I sing that line? And they were like, yeah. It was just however weird I wanted to be, I was allowed. And that's just such a gift.
And talking about weird and gift experience, let's talk about you, Kayla, because you have a very interesting journey, how you make it to the anime world. You first study on Cincinnati College music.
Yes.
You're now here in Texas. In 2 years, you just hit badass character. So how everything start here? Like,
I mean, I got so lucky. I when I was born, like as soon as I could talk, I was like, I want to be an actor. I want to act. I want to act. I want to act. And it was all I thought about, all I did. I did, theater. I made that my whole life. I knew I wanted to go to college for acting. I was very, very fortunate to get to go to the International Thespian Convention, where I was very fortunate to audition for a bunch of incredible schools. And I'm biased, but like the best school there, UC, CCM, they wanted me. They accepted me while I was there. I was like, that's insane. I like Ohio. I'll go back and move to Ohio, which I always wanted to go out of state for college, because I was in Texas. I kind of wanted to get out of Texas. I wanted to see more of the world. And it was one of the best decisions I ever made for my like growth as a person. But yeah, I went to CCM, and we had these diagnostic performances, because it's a very intense, very good theater program. And one of the directors was like, "You move really well, but I think right now you're struggling really vocally." And I took that very seriously, and I worked really, really hard to get better at the vocal stuff. And then COVID happened, which yeah, and I made a lot of TikToks. And I made a lot of TikToks with my hedgehog that I had at the time, Kira, who's perfect. And I made a joke about how I was dressed like a cartoon character one day, and someone reached out. 13 Podcast reached out. They're like, "Hey, we saw that you're a voice actor. We love your videos. Do you want to do a guest spot on our podcast?" And I was like, interesting. I listened to some of the podcast. I was like, this is really good. Yes, I would like to do a guest spot. And I've been working with them for years now. So I started working with them. They introduced me to other audio drama networks. I started working with them. I'm producing my own audio drama this year, which is crazy. So I just, built my skills and got better. And during lockdown, I watched a ton of anime. And I went, oh, I love this actually. And my partner was like, what if we moved to Texas and dubbed anime? And I was like, moving back to Texas was something I'd never even considered. But my parents are out here and I'd missed them. And I was like, okay, I love anime now. Like, let's do it. Let's pursue this passion. And then I got incredibly lucky. Like, I took a class with Iolite Studios, who's incredible. I learned how to submit. I submitted off of my cold submission. They added me to their roster. I was pulled for Shangri-La Frontier for a bit part. Did not go in again for 7 months. I was like, oh, they don't like me. That's fine. I did okay. And I just focused on like day job stuff. And then they pulled me again. Jason Lord pulled me for a bit part for VTuber Legend. And then I got pulled for a couple other things. And then all of the sudden, like as soon as I entered that second year, I was going in all the time. And my auditions got better. I auditioned for T-Bait. And Jonathan Rigg pulled me to play Sylvie, who is my first like supporting cast role in a show. And I also just love that series so much. And I just got so much better working on that. And then I got to do Amnio Chitin and got better working on that. And then I got to do Bogus, which was like a boot camp for my skill set. And I got so much better. And then Kakuriyo no Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. And then this season, which is just insane for me personally. So it's just been momentum and working really, really hard and getting really, really lucky. That's, all a person can do and ask for. And I'm just really grateful that it's panned out this way for me so early on into my career.
And many times us non-acting people keep saying, I'm not an acting person, I'm not a voice actor. And I respect a lot that. It's a lot of physical demanding. Technically, right now, what we're doing is physical demanding for you.
Yeah.
So, how do you handle that balance between voice acting, the audio drama, theater, and even your social media when you're talking about zombie, everything?
Yeah. I don't really do TikTok anymore. I should. I'm thinking about getting back into it. But the most important thing for me personally is I have a terrible immune system. I'm definitely a little immunocompromised. So I just need to make sure I get a bunch of sleep. Which is a hard ask. Like right now, the weather's changing out in Texas. I get a cold. I haven't been getting a bunch of sleep. I'm trying my best because no matter what, I've got records due Monday. And I've got an audition due Sunday. I have auditions due Friday. I had recording sessions Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday of last week. I have more recording I had to do Thursday, Friday. Like, you've got to keep yourself in shape, which is brutal and difficult. I don't do a ton of theater because theater is so time consuming and I love it. I love theater so much. But a lot of it is late night rehearsals. And I work a part-time retail job where typically I close. So it's like, I've got to get home, got to get my sleep. It makes it hard to do stuff like have an active social life. But a lot of my friends are also kind of in this industry and doing the same thing and hustling. and working day jobs and recording late at night. So we're all kind of trying to make it work to the best of our abilities. It's not glamorous at this point in my career. It's just a lot of hard work and time management. But it's worth it because I do get to work on stuff that I love, and I get to produce things that I'm really proud of. So yeah, it's a lot of hustle. It's a lot of hustle. I know that's not a fun answer, but it's a true answer.
Look, it is a true answer, and that's the beauty of this forum, that many people just see. Many people we miss how deep anime industry go, and behind that deepness, there's people involved.
Yeah.
And a lot of people. This is an example how much sacrifice it takes to make it here, and like you mentioned, health is the key element as a actor, because technically you are the instrument of your work.
Yeah.
Or and how about laughing and sleeping is important. I hear like, yep, you should learn to sleep, and
Yeah.
also eating correctly. And talking about eating correctly and fruits, you have the character of Lena Floria in Bogus, where how eating fruits, because this story is about that time I became able to eat unlimited number of fruit skill. It's not One Piece. It's something totally different.
No, it's world's longest title, but yes, Bogus Skill Fruitmaster. Oh my goodness, such a freaking joy. Sean Gann, who has given me just an abundance of opportunities, pulled me for this, and it was one of those situations where the whole show was out, so I could just binge watch the show and then know the character and the plot, so I could go in kind of ready. And I'm a huge Dungeons and Dragons person, and I've been dying to do one of these shows where it's like adventurers, and she is like the adventurer. She's like an S tier sword saint, butt kicker, good girl. Like, she's just like for the people, trying to help everyone at all times, and she's awesome. And I got to go in and fight dragons and kill zombies, and go on missions to save my friends. And it's just awesome.
And
It's so
how's that?
fun.
And how that feeling? Because Lena, like you mentioned, I feel like she's one of those characters we call balance maker. She is, well, we have all the cuteness of the fruit, and we have also the character which are cute. Lena is a little bit of everything. She's funny, but she's serious. She's a badass, but she can be also kawaii. So how's that feeling going through all the emotional spectrum of the character in a series when not everybody shared that diversity of emotions?
Yeah, it's awesome. Cause and I mean, Sean and I had talked about it. It's like she gets the best arc in the first season. Hopefully we get more seasons. Who's to say? But yeah, it starts with her being like, I'll go wherever you want to go, Light. Like, I don't really care what's up. And then she gets separated from her best friend, spends a couple months being, manipulated and used as a government tool, and then gets to kind of find her way into who she is. And getting to play that it's not only fun, but it's really rewarding, because I mean, it's brutal out here being a person in the world and deciding, what is right and what is good and what you have to do and what you want to do. And she's going through that in real time. And also she does have her best friend Light, who she wants to protect, who she wants to be there for, who is sometimes she's got to be like, dude, what are you doing? And in finding all of that and navigating all of that is what makes her so special. It's great to see, like, her talking to everyone is very professional, and then you'll hear her mentals, which are very calculating. And then we'll have episodes like episode 5 where she does a fashion montage, and it's like she is everything. She does all of this stuff, all of the quintessential adventurer, magic girly stuff she could possibly do. She finds it and she does it. And
So
it's
from
awesome.
those quintessential personalities, which one is the one that whenever you have to do performer, you're like, oh, I got this one. This one is mine. Easy. Like, you feel more got the bat going through, ready for the batting cage, in the sweet part or the serious part, serious or the bad where she's killing zombie, killing enemy with a sword, she's just being sweet with her friends.
Yeah, the stuff for Lena that was that came to me the easiest was her mentals. Because all of her thoughts were really focused and calculating, which you don't get to see from her. Like, she's always very noble and very sweet and good. And then when she locks in, it is crazy. She's like, I don't believe any of these people, but I have one card that I can play. And just watching her settle into being so grounded, that was the stuff that was like, oh yeah, I got this. Let me lock in real fast. That was the stuff that I think was the most natural to play for her. That, and there's one scene where they're like, you're gonna be a dancer, and she's like, I am not a dancer. Please do not make me dance. Under no circumstances can this happen. That was also, I was like, can I be a little weirdo? And they're like, yeah. I was like,
That would be me. I hate. I used to dance when I was in college, and now I'm like, we're going to dance. No, 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 no. It has to. Can I just be in the middle of everybody so nobody can see at me? Look at me. Nobody can notice.
yeah, I can. It just really scares me. Yeah, I'm like, just don't look at me while I dance. Preferably would be cool.
Please, I lost all even the coordination, the time. Damn, I feel so bad.
Yeah, and Lena's so graceful, and she's so ballerina coded. But yeah, she's like, please don't make me dance. Please don't make me do it.
I mean, we're all Lena at that point. And to wrap it up, big character or the small size. One of the series that really surprised everybody with a very interesting title, The Beginning After the End, with the badass character of Sylvie. You also know this badass, terrifying character. How do you describe Sylvie?
She's adorable. She's a little baby, and she's also a god tier powerful being. I read a bunch of the webtoon, didn't want to get attached to it, booked it, and then was like, oh shoot, I also get to play the best character in the series? Don't mind if I do. Yeah, she's just a little baby, but she's a little baby dragon in a world that has not seen dragons in a really long time. So all of her lines are she's just making noise being cute. But she's got a lot going on up there. She's the greatest. She's adorable. I'm so lucky to get to play her.
How's that feeling to be the character that doesn't speak English but have her own language as a dragon, but everybody love it?
Yeah. It was great because it was my first supporting role in a show. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is the first time I'm going in every week to voice a character. And then I'd go in and my lines would be like, yeah. And so it was awesome because I just got to play and have fun. And she in the webcomic, she talks in Arthur's head, and we'll see if that ever comes up in the anime because she's sassy. So my new job became, all right, she's sassy, let's convey that in our little yeah kind of noises. And yeah, it's awesome. It's an extra fun challenge. And there's a scene I was like, can I do a ta-da? And they're like, yeah, give it a try. And the ta-da made the final cut, and it's me being like, yeah. And that was the thing that I was like, cause she's being a little presenter. It's just fun. It's just a new fun puzzle.
Right. Kayla, to wrap it up, you have many characters, and oh my God, who knows how many new characters. But so far, for the one you have, which one do you feel like is that one that have you emotional attached to that character?
Probably Shinobu Uzuki. I've been so fortunate to only ever play the best character in every franchise. Every character I voice, I love them so much. But with Shinobu in particular, like, even reading the manga, I was, like, choking up, and then in the booth, I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm definitely not crying, like, a little bit," as she does these lines. I want her to win. I want her to get the guy. I want her to be happy. I love, love, love voicing her. It's been such a blessing. I, like, can't express. Yeah, I love her so much.
And Harmony is here. She is Apollo, or did we lie?
I don't know. We don't know. I think she is. I hope
If-
she is.
Or maybe we're lying this episode. But you need to watch it because it's so good.
Give it a watch.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
It might
Yeah.
all be out by the time this airs. Hopefully
Probably
it'll be out.
we may be close to the wrap up. Or by the time you guys watch this episode, it might be out, but doesn't matter. It's a series that you can watch it again because there's a lot of details that you're going to notice on the second round that you didn't
Yeah.
realize in the first round. Like
Yeah.
First episode, she's in the background, but she's not inactive.
She's a liar. She just says stuff that's a lie sometimes. It's so suspicious. Yeah, if you have theories, at me, tag me in them. All I do is scroll the Reddit forums and try and see what everyone's thinking and develop theories.
And just keep in mind, guys, don't try to find your real idol, real life, like this guy did on the anime. Don't go to
Yeah. No, please don't go to her high school.
be a nice person like him. Don't do what he did.
Yeah. And it's gonna work out for him too, because they're like Apollo, like in the manga, and I think in the show a little, it is like, Arisu, like, I always loved, talking to you specifically on these podcasts. Like, I'm kind of glad you're trying to find me. But yeah, in real life, please don't do this. It works in the context of the show.
However, we're not going to. If you did what Bucky did, that's how the girl called him.
Yeah.
We're going to see you on the social media news arrested. So we don't see you arrested, but you can follow us. Where people can follow you?
Yeah, I'm just Kayla Temshiv on everything. It's not creative. It's just my full name. You can find me on there. If you want to see me, what I'm up to, go on to Twitter. If you want to see my cats, go on to Instagram. Yeah, the cats will probably permeate most of it, honestly, if I'm being entirely truthful. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
And where people can find update on your audiobook, audio series.
Yes, I have written in the process of producing and voicing in a series called Something's Amiss at Juniper's House, which is available anywhere you listen to podcasts. It's a queer horror romance mystery. It's a lot of fun. I've loved working on it, and I'm so proud of everyone's work on it and the way it's coming together. And yeah, if you want something to listen to, give it a try.
Which is great. Don't do like Apollo in this case.
Yeah.
Have it to chase, but it's similar to what Apollo was.
Yeah. Listen to it, but don't stalk anyone in the cast, please.
Nobody, don't stalk nobody. We'll not get tired of keep saying it. Don't stalk nobody. But can follow us. You can follow us on social media. That's great. That's excellent. So, and also, guys, like always, you can find the description to Kayla social media down in the description of this video. I know YouTube is changing every half moon, so just go down to the description of the video, back expand, click over there for more, or whatever you call it now, and there you're going to find Kayla link. Just one click, boom, you make it to the social media. And like always, guys, just follow us on the social media, YouTube. Follow on YouTube, and you can find the Koki Otaku everywhere except Twitter. Everywhere except Twitter. So, Kayla, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. This was wonderful. I'm always happy to chat about the girlies that I voice.
I needed this chance to chat about this romance Spice of Life. So, guys, for more Spice of Life and more video, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Sayonara.
Bye.